აღმატებულება ქალბატონი მაია სანდუ, უკრაინის პრეზიდენტი, მისი აღმატებულება ბატონი ვოლოდიმერ ზელენსკი.
To be signed, Batumi Summit Declaration by the Heads of State of Associated Trio, signed by Her Excellency Salome Zurabishvili, the President of Georgia, Her Excellency Maya Sandu, the President of Republic of Moldova, His Excellency Volodymyr Zelensky, the President of Ukraine.
Підписується Декларація Батумського саміту глав держав асоційованого тріо Грузії, Республіки Молдова та України. Підписують її високоповажність президент Грузії пані Саломе Зурабішвілі, її високоповажність президент Республіки Молдова пані Майя Санду, його високоповажність президент України пан Володимир Зеленський.
We go there and we go down.
Okay.
Je crois qu'on y va directement.
We have a technical break.
Technical break?
Yes.
Sorry. The information was not right.
Ale co taka Misza wyszedł do kariery? Ai, i sobie ukąkał lęda często kiedyś.
C'est la conférence de presse. Sur le pupitre. Ouais.
Ну, це не прес-конференція, це просто заяви.
Але вони прийшли говорити.
Я думаю, що зараз буде підготовка заяви, власне. Вон там, бачите?
Я знаю,
Да.
10 хвилин вони пішли, зараз підготовляться.
Просто заяви, не прес-конференція.
Ні, зразу вони фотографуються всі разом зліва, там, а потім переходять на заяву.
Last, there's no one around. Пошли.
ვიწყებთ ოფიციალურ განცხადებებს მედიისათვის.
Launching official statements for
სიტყვა
the
იძლევა
media. We give
საქართველოს
floor to
პრეზიდენტს
the
ქალბატონ
President of
სალომე
Georgia,
ზურაბიშვილს.
Her Excellency Salome Zurabishvili.
მოგესალმებით.
Let me greet
მივესალმები
you all.
ჩემ
I greet my
კოლეგებს,
colleagues,
ორი ასოცირებულ
two
ქვეყნის პრეზიდენტებს,
association country
ევროპის
presidents
საბჭოს
and
პრეზიდენტს
European
და
Council
მივესალმები
President. I
ჩვენ მოსახლეობას,
greet
რომელიც
the
დღეს
population of
გვიყურებს
Georgia
ამ
watching
ძალიან
us,
სიმბოლურ ადგილას.
at this very
პეტრა
symbolic place.
არის სიმბოლური
Petra
ბევრი სხვადასხვა
Castle
კუთხით,
is
რამე
symbolic
თუ ეს
for
არის
many
ის
reasons,
ციხე,
as it
სიმაგრე,
is a castle
რომელიც აკონტროლებდა
which
მთელ
controls
შავი ზღვის
the
სანაპიროს
entire west coast
და იყო
of Georgia,
ბრძოლის და
and
დაპირისპირების
was
ასევე
a
ადგილი ჯერ
place of
ბიზანტიის და
battle and
სპარსეთის
fight
შორის და
between
შემდგომ
Byzantine
უფრო
and
ახლოს
Persia,
ჩვენთან
and
მე-18
later in
საუკუნეში
the 18th century
ოტომანების და
between
რუსეთის
Ottoman
შორის
Empire and the
დაპირისპირების.
Russia.
და პეტრა
kingdom.
სიმბოლური არის
And
რამე თუ
Petra Castle is
პეტრა სწორედ
symbolic
გახდა
because it
ჩვენი
became
ერთობის დღევანდელი
a
დღის შეხვედრის
venue
სამი
of
ლიდერის
our
და
meeting,
ევროკავშირის
three
შეხვედრის
leaders
ამ ადგილას
and
და
EU,
სადაც ჩვენ სახავთ როგორი
where
უნდა
we
იყოს ჩვენი მომავალი,
define
ჩვენი
our
ერთობლივი
future,
მომავალი,
our common
ჩვენი
future,
ევროპული გზა
our European
და როგორი უნდა
road
იყოს ეს
to
შავი ზღვა, რომელიც
travel,
ჩვენს
and what
კამარის
should be the
მშვიდობის
Black
ზღვა,
Sea in
თანამშრომლობის
future
ზღვა
for
და
cooperation, sea of
ევროპასთან
cooperation,
მიახლოების და
and
შემდეგ
sea of approximation
შეერთების
with
გზა.
EU, and ultimate
I
membership
want
with the
to
EU.
underline that Petra today, where we're meeting, which was a symbol in the past of rivalries between the big powers, and which was controlling this fortress, the Black Sea coast, is now become, thanks to you and to your presence here, the symbol of our quest, our objectives, our common objectives of the three associated countries together with the European Union to try to devise what should be our future, our common future. We have a lot in common, a common past, common challenges to our sovereignty and territorial integrity, common challenges to our security, and those destabilization attempts that can come from outside forces as well as from internal forces. But we have in common also that we do not want to return to the past. We are ready and determined to fight for our European future, to avoid the threats of polarization inside and provocations outside. Our response is clear. It's a European response, neither adventure nor resignation or stagnation, but advance steadily in the right direction, in the direction of Europe, and that is called resilience. Association should not be just a word, but has to take a new meaning and turn, in the first place, into a real association of the minds between us three. That means a common approach to good governance, to building strong societies, a common approach to build a new economy, to unite through major projects, a common approach to end conflicts, overcome occupation, and overcome those attitudes that belong to the 20th century and are today obsolete. Association has to take a new meaning because we share commitment to continue and strengthen our path to reforms, to adaptation of the European legislation to our own laws, to reinforce our systems of rule of law, and we can take a commitment to share experience and support each other. We need a common vision of development for our economies. There comes the Black Sea that symbolizes all the new approaches and all the new opportunities. Connectivity, technology, trade, cooperation, a Black Sea that is bound to transform itself from a border to a bridge that will physically bring us closer, us three, and 3+1, the European Union. And that means Black Sea to Danube, that means Black Sea to the Three Seas initiative. We have to also tighten our association, not between only us three, but with the EU, and for that we need concrete proposals to sustain the path of the associated country within the wider frame of the Eastern Partnership. That means participation, at least of our youth, to the discussions of the future on Europe, concrete agenda of the Eastern Partnership, and within the Eastern Partnership, the 27+3, the 3+1 should have their say and could accompany or prepare the Eastern Partnership Summit. Coming together on infrastructures, projects for innovation and new technologies will pave the way for a more cooperative approach. After Petra and after the Petra Declaration that we just signed, the three will not be the same. We have come closer. The Black Sea will not be the same. It will stand for 3 C's: connectivity, cooperation, and closeness. For it to be the link we need with Europe, it has to be an open sea with no limitations, with no exclusion, and no confrontation. I want to wish us all, and in the first place to us three, that the way forward will be paved with success and prosperity. Thank you.
სიტყვა ეძლევა Moldovas Republikis presidents Kalbaton Maia Sandus. The floor is given to the President of the Republic of Moldova, Her Excellency Maia Sandu.
Dear Madam President Zurabishvili, President Zelensky, President Michel, the distinguished audience, it's a pleasure to be here today in Batumi among good neighbors, partners, and friends to discuss how we can strengthen the trilateral cooperation among our countries on European integration. Our participation in the 17th Batumi International Conference, which has well established itself as a strategic platform for strengthening the relations between the EU and the Eastern partner countries, is a great opportunity to highlight the importance of the Eastern Partnership policy for our countries, as well as to reiterate our pledge to work together for a peaceful, democratic, and prosperous European future. I would like to start by making one thing clear. The Eastern Partnership is a major success for our countries. Collectively, it has significantly improved our visibility in Europe, and it has helped us access additional tools that help us face common challenges such as COVID-19 pandemic, energy security, hybrid threats, environmental and climate issues. The added value of a consolidated Eastern Partnership framework is undeniable in this regard. At the same time, unilaterally, individually, our 3 states have signed association agreements and deep and comprehensive free trade agreements that represent, still today, the backbone of our national reform agendas and opened up new market opportunities for our businesses. We have liberalized our visa regimes with the EU that allow our citizens to travel freely to European countries, and we intensified our political dialogues on subject matters important to each of our states. These achievements constitute important steps in the pursuit of our European aspirations and at the same time allow us to seek closer ties with the EU on a more consolidated ground. For Moldova, the DCFTA has brought new opportunities for enhanced trade that our businesses are still exploring. This year, 52% of our agri-food exports and 78% of non-farming exports go to EU. For over 7 years, Moldovans can travel freely to the Schengen area. Many Moldovans have acquired new skills while traveling, studying, or working in Europe and brought back home new experiences and ideas. With our Georgian and Ukrainian friends today, we shared our views on the next steps that our countries could take to strengthen the Eastern Partnership even more. We discussed how we can move towards deeper integration with the EU as countries that want to build Europe at home, but also become once part of the European family. The Commission's proposal for a renewed agenda for recovery, resilience and reform for all its Eastern partners, backed by a generous economic plan of 2.3 billion euros and a potential to mobilize up to 17 billion euros in investments, is excellent news for our countries, which are looking to expand and deepen connections with Europe. This proposal opens up many avenues for collaboration among ourselves and with the EU to work together to tackle modern-day challenges and deepen our economic integration with the EU. We are set to explore these new opportunities while continuing the implementation of our association agreements, which lay the foundation for strengthening our political association and the further deepening of economic integration with the European Union. We are all aware that the first and the most difficult steps lie at home in this regard. Strengthening the democratic institutions, consolidating rule of law, ensuring the independence and accountability of the justice system, strengthening anti-corruption institutions, and restoring the trust of our citizens in the state are key to unlocking our unexplored potential with the EU, but also with the rest of the world. These reforms are a must that cannot be simply bypassed or delayed. In this regard, we welcome the EU's more for more principle and the principle of conditionality. The Batumi Summit Declaration that we have signed today outlines our commitments in those areas where we want to achieve more and reaffirms our unifying desire to join the Union on a merit-based approach, while sharing the same values of respect to the rule of law, democracy, and human rights, and being committed to working hard towards consolidating our democracies. We believe that we have the potential to contribute to the EU becoming a stronger union, a union that creates, a union that innovates, and a union that stands for all.
Adlūgt. Thank you. Sitwa იძლევა Ukrainis presidents Baton Volodymyr Zelenskis. The floor is given to the President of Ukraine, Mr. Volodymyr Zelensky.
Thank you very much. Вельми шановні пані та панове президенти, пані Зурабішвілі, пані Санду, пане Мішель, шановні журналісти, шановні присутні. Насамперед, я дякую президенту Грузії Саломе Зурабішвілі за нашу сьогоднішню зустріч в Батумі. Я радий бути на гостині грузинській завжди, але сьогодні радий особливо. Адже я вперше відвідую Грузію в офіційному статусі, в статусі президента. Більш того, у чудовому
and moreover in a great company of partners and most importantly friends. Using this opportunity, I would like to greet Madam Sandu with her spectacular victory in the presidential election and the parliamentary victory in Moldova. This makes our European aspirations even more convincing. For the first time, we get together in this new format. But it is going, I'm sure, to become a very important step on the way of European integration for Ukraine, Georgia and Moldova. At the highest level, we declared our joint goals, full membership in the EU, that is. It is very important that our countries are united not just by the destination for this difficult road, but our desire to go through this trial hand in hand. The associated trio now unites efforts for our countries to achieve full European integration. This destination, this end state is attainable, and we can be sure because we have presence of Charles Michel, President of the European Council, as a token of this success and convergence of the European players and the associated partners. Recognition of the European prospect under the European Treaty Article 49. Ukraine has made great progress along this road. We secured support of several states, and I also suggested to President Michel to present this for review of the European Council. In addition to that, we reconciled approaches to the Eastern Partnership Summit, and the associate trio should be represented. The success of Eastern Partnership will depend on our capacity to identify strategic goals for this partnership and reinforce its political importance in Eastern Europe. This is the key that we are going to use for the declaration. Drafting of the summit declaration, we are prepared for daring approaches, and we are calling upon the same aspirations on the part of our European partners. Ukraine, Georgia and Moldova continue defending their sovereignty, the most important thing, our independence, our territorial integrity. The external aggression and proxy attacks are something we have to fight. And it was an important topic for our meeting. It's not a surprise that I started my visit to Georgia from the contact line that divides not just the governmentally controlled Georgia and temporarily occupied Abkhazia. It brings people in the occupied territories far away from safe and secure future. There's no nationality or geographical property to war, or the pain that we witness today is identical to what I see every month when I visit the contact line in the east of Ukraine, in our independent country. Our friends from Moldova also know what annexation, occupation are, what contact line is, and we all know what war is. We have to do everything possible so that on the soil of our countries we have no such lines anymore. And the great attention was given to development of security and defense cooperation in the Black Sea region, bringing the Black Sea and the Azov Sea back to maritime law and secured navigation. This should be a priority for the world community. An important instrument for achieving this goal is our Ukrainian initiative, the Crimean platform. Dear Presidents, consider yourselves invited to the establishment summit that will take place in Kyiv on the 23rd of August. I'm also happy that today we come back to Ukraine not just with great results of this meeting at the highest level, but also with great news for the public, for the general public. We are bringing back 2 citizens of Ukraine that were detained, and I would like to thank President of Georgia for her cooperation on this issue. Madam, I'm thankful to you. And in closing, I would like to wish to all of you, our friend Georgia, our sisterly country, in the times of dire historical tests and trials, we have to quote the slogan now, power in unity. That's from your coat of arms. And thank you for the invitation. I had no time to visit Mtskhet, Georgeti, Gazbegi. I remember those wonderful sites, and I know that the President of Moldova is here for the first time. I think these are important places that you have to visit. The depth of history and heritage of the Georgian people are all there. I had no time on this visit, but I believe that this is not the last time I accept your hospitable invitation to visit your beautiful, your friendly land, 83 years old, the legendary celebrity, not just of Georgia, but for millions of people in different countries. Vachtan Kikabidze is celebrating his birthday today. He's 83, and I congratulated him on the occasion. I would like to use this public opportunity to wish him good health. He's been so energetic, inspiring, and charging all of us with optimism and loving of life. So thank you very much for your attention.
The floor is given to the President of the European Council, His Excellency Charles Michel.
Madame la Présidente de Géorgie, je souhaite naturellement m'associer aux remerciements qui vous ont été adressés pour cette initiative. Nous sommes ravis d'être là. Personnellement, je suis ravi d'être là pour la 3e fois en Géorgie en l'espace de quelques mois. Et je suis très heureux de participer à une réunion dont l'importance est stratégique, mais aussi une réunion qui se déroule dans un cadre chaleureux et dans un cadre amical, et qui traduit la volonté des partenaires associés d'être pleinement mobilisés pour renforcer la coopération entre vous, d'être pleinement mobilisés pour renforcer aussi les liens avec l'Union européenne et d'être pleinement mobilisés pour faire en sorte qu'il puisse y avoir une valeur ajoutée dans le cadre de l'utilisation à plein régime des capacités qui sont offertes par ces accords d'association, mais également par les capacités de renforcer les échanges économiques, de connecter davantage vos pays envers l'Union européenne en prenant en considération les priorités communes, adresser le changement climatique, adresser également l'agenda digital. Maybe there is a problem with the translation. I'm so sorry, but maybe I will say a few words then in English if it's better. And I would like to express the support of the European Council, the support of the European Union towards the countries that are members of this important project, the Eastern Partnership, and especially the associated countries. By the end of the year, in December, we will have this Eastern Partnership Summit. And I think there are some priorities that we need to address, and for that it's important to prepare very well this summit in order to make sure that it will be a summit with concrete, tangible results for the benefits of all our citizens. First priority, let's try to mobilize more financial support and to be also innovative, to work with the European Investment Bank to support concrete infrastructure projects to make sure that the SMEs, they can grow, they can prosper in the countries for the benefits of the citizens. Point 2, we believe that the connectivity should be a common priority in order to strengthen the cooperation in all the different areas, in all the different fields. And my third point is the importance to make sure that we implement the reforms that are needed, not to please Brussels, but for the benefits of the citizens. In a nutshell, Madam President, dear colleagues, dear friends, you can count on the EU. We will try to do our best in order to maintain, to strengthen this high level of dialogue and to make sure that together we will be able to deliver in the benefits of all our citizens. Thank you.
Помогайте мне собрать.